I've tried to find ways to enrich my life outside of friendship as well. But I
I've
also,
never,
yes,
girl, talk more about that.
yes,
That's I don't think something that I hear, because
yes,
typically the idea is like to enrich your life through
yeah,
friendships
which
as
is really
opposed
important.
to.
Yeah, I think it's really important to enrich your life through friendships as well. But I
Mhm.
also think it's important to enrich your life by just existing in ways that are pleasing to you. So for me,
Mm.
when I was a kid, I realized that I was just like a very active child. I like to play sports. I like
Mhm.
to do art. I like to just play. Like
Mm.
genuinely, I just enjoyed the act of playing.
Mm.
And I realized that as I got older, I found it a lot more difficult to do things by myself because I was so
Mm.
used to always having a friend there to do. Like I didn't have a partner to do it with, but I
Mm.
always had a friend like, "Hey, girl, you want to go to the mall? You want to go see a movie?" Da da da. And then I realized that like I was overly dependent on my friends for every moment of socialization that I wanted or entertainment that I wanted,
I've been
stimulation.
there. I've been
Yes.
there.
And then I would be very, very depressed when people couldn't do things or when they would
Mm.
disappoint you in ways, either
Mm.
because of just natural life occurrences or because they just weren't a good friend.
Mm.
And then that was where my movie theater interest came into the picture because it was like
Mm.
one of like the safe things to do by yourself. Like you could go to a theater and sit in a dark theater and watch the movie by yourself. You don't really need anyone to be there with you.
That is true. And there's
Yes.
less judgment
Yeah.
around that versus like eating at a
Exactly.
restaurant.
So that was like the first thing that I did. And I was like, wait, this is actually really fun. So I made a
Mm.
whole list of all the movies that I want to see for the year and I committed
Mm.
to watching all of them. And then once 2019 passed, that was the first year that I became like really, really interested in movies.
Mm.
It was like, okay, well, I can graduate to going out to eat by myself. And then I
Mm.
realized no one cares that you're alone. Bring a book, bring a
Mm.
movie, and you might really enjoy yourself. You might really
Mm.
enjoy having this dinner by yourself. And then after that, I was like, okay, if I can do this, I can go to a concert by myself. And I
Oh,
did.
I go to, yeah.
Yeah. And I do that all the time now. And now all these things seem so normal to me. Like I wouldn't even think twice about like what I like, yeah, of course I'm gonna go by myself. But at the time it was
Hmm.
a really, really, really big hurdle. Yes, it
Milestone.
felt like I was like
Hmm.
conquering the world. Like but ultimately it was just like enriching my life in ways that mean something to me. And then I
Mm.
began to play a lot of sports. So now I do a lot of jump roping, I do strongman, which is like a weightlifting thing.
Have you seen the videos?
Yes, like, and all of those things are ways that I enrich my life that don't
Mm.
require other people to be there. I invite my
Mm.
friends to do those things with me too. Of course, a lot of my friends do strongman as well. Sometimes my friend go on hikes or walks with me, but I'm
Mhm.
perfectly comfortable doing all of those things on my own. And I
Mm.
like how I feel afterwards. I really enjoy jump roping. I really enjoy hiking. I love a
Mm.
long walk. Yes, I
Mm.
will go and deadlift that weight. Like I'm more than happy to do it. And if you want to
Mm.
come along too, girl, that's wonderful. But if you can't come or you don't want to come,
The world
the
doesn't
world
end.
doesn't end.
Because that's
Exactly.
what it is in terms
Exactly.
of that connection between romance and friendship, and or just this idea of, and again, everything you said of like people need people. And I often say the goal is to have all kinds of love, to have the
Yes.
love of romantic partnership if that's something you desire,
Yep.
the love of friends, the love of family, the love of self. Why
Yes.
not have all the love as opposed
Yes.
to just one of the
You
love?
have to diversify your opportunities for emotional connection. And I think a
Mhm.
lot of men struggle with this as well. I was talking about this to my brother. I went to California for a week to go visit him. My brother lives in California.
Mhm.
And there was one day when I was like, why are you inside? And he was like, oh, I don't have anyone to go anywhere with. I was like, okay, so like why are you inside though? Like that should
Mm.
not stifle you from being able to go outside and enjoy the beach. 'Cause I had talked about going to the beach with him that day.
Mhm.
And I realized like he is where I was so long ago, where
Mm.
his stimulation and satisfaction is dependent on the presence of another person, which
Mm.
is okay to an extent. I'm not saying that's at the end of the world, but
Mhm.
ideally you should be able to entertain yourself to some degree beyond
Mm.
just consuming media as well, like beyond just
Social
watching
media.
yeah,
Yep.
watching
Yep.
television, scrolling through social media. Now
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of television, I watch a lot of movies, but there is a point where there is too much screen time and you do have to just actually go on a
Go
walk
outside.
and touch
Touch
some
grass.
grass.
Yep.
Yes. And so like I was telling him this, like I was like, I really think it would be really good for you to like, just find ways to enrich your life, even
Mhm.
when your friends can't come or they don't want to come. So we
Mhm.
ended up going on a hike, and I was like, you're good at the hike. You're walking even faster than me. Try
Mm.
doing this again by yourself. You
Mm.
just might enjoy it. And he was like, yeah, this is really fun. I'm gonna do it again. I was like, period. And I was like, oh, another soldier. Like
Another
yes, I'm
surgery.
trying to get everybody on this wave. Like, girl, I promise you, you can
Mm.
do it by yourself. You can go to a restaurant on your own. You can
Mhm.
go to that concert by yourself. And a lot
Mhm.
of the times, while you're in line at the concert or in
You
the,
meet
you meet
people
people who will
who
chat
are
with you.
aligned. Yes.
Exactly. Like
Yes.